And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
They'll start this one out with Hall. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Derek Forrest able to make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He's going to throw this one. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Here's Walker running right. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Kill. Hey, easy. Route.
They start the drive with Hall. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Byron Murphy there to make the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Called in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Hey, Jupiter.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the red zone now. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders break the tie here in the first. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To throw it on first down. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Commanders regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Hey, I'm not flying.
Here's Hall once more. Crosses midfield, still going. Reaches the 30. To the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partner, as he's wrapped up shy of the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! Go! Tag!
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go! Here we go!
Back to throw now. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's trying another one deep. Big gain downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Walker now from the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. 21-7 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down.
Ready, ready?
Now looking to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they locked in and try to stick him deep. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Lion, Lion!
From the gun, it's Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here we go.
2nd and 13. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Roll, roll, roll! Silver!
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Take right open, open.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Here we go, sir.
Hall takes it straight ahead. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Gun. Hey, easy. Route.
Lawrence now off the play action. This throw is caught. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
24.
Lawrence to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here. Play action on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He put everything he had into this one. It connects on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Handoff running left, Walker. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. First and 10. It's Lawrence. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Commanders with 10 to go still on 2nd down.
11, add it. Think right. Think right open.
They're going play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, Ryan. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. It is Cup, left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10.
13, Luke. Silver.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Think right.
Working inside the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Now, I'd say some frustrations at the deficit bleeding over onto the field as they get rung up for the personal foul.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Frustration and emotion, right? You got to play with emotion, but you can't let emotion play you, and especially when you're digging out of a hole like they are.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. They'll come out throwing. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it sets up 2nd down.
19 tight. Let's go now.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Commanders will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From 37 yards in the right hash.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Set.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Into the hands of Walker. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Shotgun now on third down. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Finds Smith and Jigba. It's a Seattle touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Seahawks offense, look at this. They aren't leaving the field, lining up and going for 2. He's throwing for it. He's on the move. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, hey, hey. Check, Panther. Alert, alert. Bring it. Bronco switch, Bronco.
They start the half with a give to Hall. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They give on second to Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go.
On red. 30 left. Red.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Complete over the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing deep for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
70 range. Here we go, set.
Look into the air here. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
60 back. Ready.
Man in motion, out of the slot. On 3rd down, Walker. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Secures this at the 17. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders piling onto the scoreboard yet again. PAT effort coming up. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead. Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They'll come up first and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Setting up a throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Ready?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a...
Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Washington will take over first and 10.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Seahawks get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. The Seahawks have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
70 Lions.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, second and 9. Pass complete to Walker. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, go!
Throwing from the gun here. Has some room to work. Touchdown, Seattle! A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Headed out right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The score, Commanders 48, Seahawks 33. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. Oh, he breaks another tackle. Lost the football. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Rip, 23. Go, go. Roll. Silver.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Gun. Red. Reno. Hey. Check that.
They go right back to Hall. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Seahawks have some new life in the 4th.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Walker on first down. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on 1st down. Finds Hyatt. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Now an inside give to Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks trail by 15. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Walker can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2.
Trying again, Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And he'll get in. The 2-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Power squib kick is taken in. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here he is to throw. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the top. He's got it inside the 10. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Now they'll see if they can tack on 1 more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Chased out to his right. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Try and push it deep downfield, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Seattle.